Hello, if you're clicking on this video, you want to get more knowledge on the game. I get that. The reason I'm making this video is because I feel like the videos the devs put out about the new updates aren't good enough, and I just want to help the low levels. Before we get into this, please remember to like and subscribe. It helps my video get out there, helps my channel grow. One is the mirrors, and that's all the reason why I'm dressed like I have no cosmetics, because I'm going to teach you how all of these work and where to get cosmetics. So if you come up to the mirror, you can see all these buttons. I press on hair, and then see how it changes my hair colour. Okay, so I'm just going to equip my fit by pressing this, and then going through the whole process of doing it. And boom, as you can see, now we've got the fit on. That's simply how these work. Next, we're going to go over how to get cosmetics. When you spawn in, you'll be in this sort of area, and you'll see that pillar, and around you there will be all of these different stalls. If you go up to any of these stalls, you'll see cosmetics with this little star symbol here. Now, these are called star coins. Now, there's 3 ways you can get these. The first way to get them is from the daily challenge, and now this is fairly simple. You're going to want to see what's on there. You're going to go out into the world, and then you're going to find the stuff. Once you have the stuff, you're going to come back over to this chest and pop it in. And now you see how it filled in there. You're just going to want to do that until the chest closes, and then that number is going to go up by 100. Way number 2 is the daily reward. This is the easiest one, and you can log in, load into a port, and get it done immediately. You come over here, pull down this lever, and it's going to cycle through some numbers. As you can see, I got 10, so my number went up by 10. The third way to get these is through money. I've never actually bought them this way. Simply you come up, press those buttons, and then enter your details. Now, to buy a cosmetic, yes, I already own this one. You just want to simply come up to it and hold down this button till that circle finishes, and then your number will go down. You go back over to the wardrobe, and boom, you can equip the new cosmetics. The first weapon we're going to be showing is the pistol. This is the most standard weapon. It's the first weapon you spawn in with, and the reload is the simplest. You simply grab the bullet, pop it in the end, and pull it back. Then you can shoot, and then if you want to shoot this fast, there's methods to it. By far the most common method: shoot, grab it, immediately pull it to the back, and shoot. The slower you can keep your hand turning, the better your accuracy will be, unless you get really good at looking and hitting your shots, which I'm not. It can also deal a 25 body shot, a 50 headshot, meaning in the main world, you can kill someone in 4 shots or 8 shots, depending on if you hit all bodies or all heads. Next up is the rifle. The reload to this is pretty similar to the pistol, except you have to press grip on the hammer. This comes with a scope on top. It gives a 35 body shot and a 100 headshot. However, you do have to be a distance at about this to be able to deal the headshot damage. Next up is throwing knives. You can damage people in 2 ways with this. You can throw them, or you can stab them. Throwing a body shot deals 40, and stabbing deals 10. Now, these might have headshots, I'm not 100% sure on that. Now, the axe works similar to the knife. It deals 2 damages, you can throw it, and you can also slice with it. However, when you throw it, you can pull it back through them to deal extra damage. When you throw, it deals 30 damage, and when you slash, it deals 20 damage. Now, the blunderbuss. This is the most unique weapon that you have to reload. You have to grab the barrel, fill it with there until it clicks, and you have to pull this back. And now, the reason a lot of people either dislike or like this weapon is because of how the damage works. If I shoot it, you see how it shoots out loads of little pellet type things. Depending on how many of those pellets hit, the different damage it will deal. And now this can deal anywhere from, I believe, 100 to something low down. Every time you swing the sword and hit, it deals 40 damage. It's not much, but you can get someone dead pretty quick with it. There are 2 ways to spend your golden coins. Now, we've already talked about the blue coins, now we're going to talk about the golden coins. Now, these are easier to get considering the thingy. You don't have to buy them with money, and there's not a limit to how many you can get a day. Now, the way you get these is by going out into the world, so you can see where everything is on your map. And then you just go over there. You can either break tricks with a weapon, or you can do it with a shovel. There are 3 main ways you can spend these coins. Number 1 is going to be the shop. The shop is the main area where you're going to be spending your money. These are the cursed treasures. Now you can only get these in public worlds. However, I'm in a private one. So thingy, I don't have people harassing me whilst I'm doing this. When you own a red skull, you get double the loot dropping out of crates. Next, the heals. These are fairly simple. You come up here, you select the amount you want, and then just hold down buy. That's how you buy stuff from the store. The small heals, 25, I believe this is 50, and this one's 100. Then you have the treasure hunts. These are quite a good way to get money. However, you do have to be certain levels to get these. I'm currently level like 11, because I recently reset my level. But as you can see, level 15 required, and that applies to all of these, except not level 15, slightly lower. I believe you can do this one at any level though. Then this right next to them is where you can buy your ammo. It shows you how much the ammo costs. If you go all the way down, throwing knives 2 for 1, it costs 2 gold for 1 ammo. 5 gold for 1 ammo. 2 gold for 1 ammo, and this one's also 5 gold for 1 ammo. That's just how the ammo works. You already know how to reload and how to use it once you get it. Next is the but what people would say the best way to get money. However, with the recent changes, let me see. You see how it's there? It used to be like there and it would never move. But now once you hit one, you have to go to another place to get one. Now, it tells you how much these cost per one. Gold Skull gives the most, it's the hardest, but also it costs the most. That one's the worst, it costs the least. It's the easiest, but it gives you the least money. I'd say the silver one is the best one to hit, especially when you're just starting out. Because you don't really have to bring heals with you, because you're not going to get hit much. Ammo, you don't have to use much of it. And overall, it's just cheap. Here you can see, now bounties, they're not that big of a part of the game. They were when they first got added, but simply the way these work, you're going to select how much of a bounty you want. Now this is leveled, this is like decided on what level the person is, the max bounty you can put on them at a time. I can't go up any more past 20k. However, what I can do is if I sign it on, I can stack bounties. So technically, if you're a big enough no life, you can give a level 1 a 1 million bounty. Next up is the crew system. We're not going to spend too long on this, but simply the way it works, when you're in a port, there'll probably be join blah blah blah's crew. You're simply going to grab this feather, and there'll be a little line, and you're just going to hold it there, and it'll write out your name. If you want to make a crew, you hold down this button. Same if you want to leave the crew. However, when you own a crew, it's going to say accept or kick. Someone wants to join, you press that if you want them, and that if you don't know. If they're in your crew, because you might have accidentally accepted them, just click quit, and then they'll be gone. Then you leave crew, and it's gone. However, a nice little thing, when people are in your crew, you will be able to see them on the map as the green arrow. So you know how you're yellow, they'll be green. Potentially the most useful thing in the game is the boat creation. Now this is a fairly simple mechanism to work. You simply put that white dot on whatever you want to change, and then press trigger and it will change. Now we're just going to make the boat I normally use. Then they're the stats for that boat. Wait. Now this is the boat I normally use. These are the stats for that boat. Okay. Now you might be thinking, well that looks boring, why can't I get skins? Well you can. Simply, when you own a skin, I own the crab set, you click on those, and then boom. You can see exactly what your boat's going to look like there. You want to name it? Perfect, just come on there. I might already have a boat equipped, nope. Then once you buy the boat, you're going to want to grab it, throw it in the water, and then there you go. But we are going to go more in depth about how the boat system works in a later episode. Now picture this, you've just came back from a long expedition out at sea and you've acquired quite a bit of money, but now you might be wondering, how do I get this on my hand? Well, simple, you're going to want to grab your chest and you'll see all the stuff, all the loot that's in there. You're going to want to bring it up to this table and place it down. Then you're simply going to want to press this button here that says sell, and then your chest is empty apart. But now you might be wondering, why do I have a now you might be wondering, why do I still have these in my chest? But these are non-sellable items. You're going to bring them over to this little table here, and pop them in any of these slots. Then once they're in the slots, sometimes they pop out, you just keep trying, and it'll keep a track of how many of each you have. Now you only have 5 slots, so you're going to want to put stuff in there carefully. Now you've been playing this game for quite a while, you're at high level, you have lots of money and nothing left to spend it on. And you might be wondering, well, how do I have 4 million? Just conveniently exactly 4 million, and I want to get rid of it all. How can I spend it? There's 2 ways you can get rid of it. First way is Legends Forge, and now this was mainly added to Flex. You can buy all of the 4 main tools in a golden colour for 1 million each. If you don't want to have gold, you just press that, and you're back to normal. Okay, if you still have loads of stuff left over after you've done Legends Forge, and you still want to get rid of it, well, that's fairly simple. When you're on the main menu, go on to change name, and then you'll see these three red buttons here. On reset level will set you back to level 1. You can't see my level here, but it's level 11. And reset goal, all of that there is gone. And reset inventory, everything you had on the store your stuff table next to where you sell, all of that will be gone. If you found this video helpful, please remember to like and subscribe. It helps boost my channel, get it out there and send it to every level you know. Yeah, subscribe. If you found this video helpful, make sure you like and subscribe. It helps get my video out there, help more levels, send it to